On March 3, 2023, the racing world was stunned when Chase Elliott suffered a snowboarding injury that put him out of commission for a whopping 6 weeks. With one leg injured, it seemed like his racing dreams were put on ice. As soon as the news hit that Chase Elliott was going to be out of racing, his team jumped into action. They knew they had to find a replacement who could keep car number 9 in the race and keep the team's championship dreams alive. What did they actually do? And what announcement did NASCAR make that could save Chase Elliott's future? We'll discuss that in this video. Let's dive into the details and see how this rule change could impact the rest of the season. Chase Elliott II is a professional stock car racing driver from the United States who competes in the NASCAR Cup Series as a full-time driver for Hendrick Motorsports. He drives the number 9 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 in the series. If you've been following the 2023 NASCAR season, you know that it hasn't been the smoothest ride for Chase Elliott and his crew. Despite some setbacks, this season, Chase Elliott and his team have been working tirelessly to improve their performance and secure a spot at the top of the leaderboard. And now, they've got a game-changing update that's sure to shake up the competition. But when Chase sustained a serious injury on March 3rd during a snowboarding trip, it seemed that he would not be able to finish the NASCAR 2023 season anymore. Since becoming a full-time driver in 2016, he never missed a single start. Until now. You can imagine the shockwaves that this sent through the racing world, leaving Chase, his fans, and his team, Hendrick Motorsport, in utter disbelief. With the team heavily relying on Chase's talents and skills, this unexpected twist left everyone wondering what would happen next. So as soon as the news hit that Chase Elliott was going to be out of racing, his team sprang into action. That's when they turned to American professional driver Josh Berry, who stepped up to the challenge. Josh Berry, as a replacement, did not perform well during the race and finished in 29th position. And it seems that the fans expected a better performance from him. When they asked about Chase Elliott and Josh Berry, team owner Rick Hendrick said, "We're focused on getting Chase back to 100%. So we'll take however much time is necessary and make sure he has the best resources available." Josh was impressive this weekend under difficult circumstances, and we look forward to having him drive the oval tracks until Chase is able to return. Does this mean that Josh will replace Chase until he's able to race again? And what does that mean for the rankings? Because Chase and Josh are both different types of drivers. We'll come back to this in a minute. But first, let's talk about the shocking announcement that NASCAR made that could save Chase Elliott's future. After the shocking news of Chase Elliott's injury, fans of the legendary driver and Hendrick Motorsports alike were left feeling disappointed and hopeless. With their hopes of reaching the playoffs seemingly faded away, it looked like the racing world was in for a long, quiet season. But then, just when all seemed lost, a glimmer of hope appeared on the horizon. A new role emerged that would revive their dreams and set the racing world ablaze with excitement. You won't believe what happened next. As you probably know, Chase Elliott's injury had caused him to slide back from 14th to 24th place in the rankings, and that's just the beginning. If he falls any further, he could be out of the top 30 altogether by next week. And we all know what that means for NASCAR drivers. Finishing outside the top 30 is a one-way ticket to missing the playoffs, and that's got Elliott fans on the edge of their seats. Will he be able to climb his way back up to the top, or will he fall short of his dreams? NASCAR is shaking things up with some game-changing new rules. In a bold move that has everyone buzzing, they've just announced that a top 30 finish is no longer required to qualify for the playoffs. That's right, forget everything you thought you knew about NASCAR, and for none other than the legendary Chase Elliott, this could mean a whole new shot at the championship. With the new rules in place, all Elliott needs is to win one race and he'll be back in the running for the playoffs. It's a tall order. But for a driver like Elliott, anything is possible. Fans around the world are holding their breath, waiting to see what will happen next. Will Elliott rise to the occasion and make racing history? Or will the competition leave him in the dust? Only time will tell. How well these new rules prove useful to Chase Elliott and Hendrick Motorsports depends on how quickly Chase Elliott recovers from his injury and returns to action. When Chase Elliott suffered the injury on March 3rd, not much information was made public at the time, and it was only reported that he had a leg injury. But that same night, it was reported that he had undergone a 3-hour surgery on his leg for a fractured left tibia. According to media reports, Chase Elliott will be out of racing for several weeks, but an official statement from Hendrick Motorsports said that period could mean Chase Elliott would miss as many as 6 races. Actually, with the racing legend still recovering from a serious leg injury, it's anyone's guess when he'll be back on the track. Let me also tell you here that when the news of Chase Elliott's injury went viral, Kyle Busch was the first person in the NASCAR community to contact Chase Elliott and inquire about his well-being. When Busch was asked about this, He said that the purpose of contacting Chase Elliott was to encourage him and help him with his advice. And Busch definitely knows what he's talking about, having previously undergone a similar setback some time ago. In 2015, Kyle Busch was involved in a horrifying crash during the NASCAR Xfinity Series season opener at Daytona International Speedway. His car crashed at high speed into an inside wall, leaving him with a broken right leg and a fractured left foot. Busch was forced to miss the first 11 races of the season, including the prestigious Daytona 500. Many thought Busch's chance of winning the championship were over, but he didn't let his injuries get in the way. He returned to racing in his 5th points race back, winning at Sonoma and earning 3 more victories before the playoffs. He secured a playoff spot by finishing 2nd at Watkins Glen, and then went on to win the championship by claiming victory in the season finale at Homestead Miami Speedway. Now, Chase Elliott finds himself in a similar situation, but with one key difference. NASCAR has eliminated the requirement that a driver be in the top 30 in points to qualify for the playoffs. All Elliott needs to do is win one race to secure a playoff spot upon his return. The question now is how quickly can he recover and get back on the track? Until then, let's just hope that Josh finishes high in the rankings and avoids the danger of being placed out of the top 30 until Chase gets back. Otherwise, Chase can write his victory on his belly. Most of the time, a driver with significant leg injuries is usually sidelined for a minimum of a month, sometimes up to 3 months. However, Elliott's recovery time may vary. If he can make a comeback at Talladega on April 23rd, he'll have 18 races left in the regular season to earn a win and qualify for the playoffs. While this is ample time for an experienced driver to cross the line first, it's important to note that Elliott will have less time than usual to secure a victory, and he may not be fully comfortable behind the wheel when he does return. So until Chase Elliott is back, one will also have to keep an eye on how his replacement Josh Berry performs. And one thing's for sure, we will keep you updated. That's all for now on the latest updates surrounding Chase Elliott's injury and his road to the playoffs. We'll continue to keep you informed on any developments as they arise. Don't miss out on any future updates by subscribing to our channel. See you in the next video.